to Good Morning Football Weekend. Taking a look here at the top 12 fantasy wide receivers. The guy at 10 is scratched out. That's right, T.Y. Hilton will not suit up. You need sleepers, you need matchups, and you need help to set your lineup. So, Saints, Rams, Falcons, Bengals also on a bye. Everybody's scouring for guys to stick in your lineup. Here's Adam Rank with some of his faves.
Hey, Kay, thanks so much. You know as well as anybody that this week is so tough to find a wide receiver with so many big names on a bye. Cooper Kupp, Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. So we have to go through the desert. I will leave no stone unturned to find a couple of guys that we can plug in and play this week. And let's start with a guy who can cut through that Eagles defense. I like Taylor Gabriel going up against the Birds this week. The Eagles have allowed an average of 1.5 touchdowns per game. They're allowing over 40 points per game to wide receivers. That's the second highest total in the NFL. And I know Matt Nagy last week wanted to commit to running the football, but the strength of the Eagles defense is in the front seven, so I like Taylor Gabriel. I also like, and this is weird, I'm going to try to find the end zone with Deshaun Hamilton here. The thing is, last week he was a huge disappointment. We thought that once Manny Sanders was traded to San Francisco, Deshaun was going to step up, but he's got a great matchup this week against the Cleveland Browns, who've allowed the second most fantasy points to slot receivers. And if you look at it, Greedy Williams is back, Denzel Ward is back, which means a lot of those targets are going to have to go to the middle of the field, so I like Deshaun. And let's stick with that game, because trying to fight in, it's like trying to find water in the desert. So we're going to go with Noah Fant. His targets increase over the last 3 games. The Browns have allowed 4 touchdown passes to tight ends this year. That is the 4th highest total in the NFL. So I kind of like him as a low-risk play this week. And Kay, I'll keep looking. Good luck to you.
Is that a polo in the back?
No.
Yeah, I mean, is that where you...
You have jeans on a camel.
All right.
Do you go between the humps or on top of the humps?
You need some wide receivers or just offensive options on your fantasy team. You probably want to stay away from the Bears. Chicago's taken a major step back this season, scoring just 18 points a game. They're averaging 280 yards. I will say Allen Robinson smoked the Eagles last year in the playoffs, so I would actually play him, but this does set up another edition of Soapbox. It's the weekend Soapbox, everybody. We are halfway through the season. We have a few things, to get off our chest. It feels good, right?
Yes, feels
to
great.
get on up there and let it all out. So here's our opportunity. We're going to hop up on the Soapbox, grab the megaphone. Mike Rob, do you want to go first?
Oh, yeah. I'll take this thing. Come on, do my lights go down a little bit? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, let me go on and get right here. This is brand new, guys. This is fresh news. This goes out. I got something to say to Matt Nagy. Matt, what's up, dog? Look, bro, you attacked the media a little bit. You was a little salty after you lost the game last week. Why were you mad at the media? You the one that took a knee when you could have went further and gotten a closer field goal. You did that. And then come to find out, you didn't even ask the kicker where he wanted the football, which he wanted it in the middle of the field. That wasn't where the ball was, and you missed it by just a teach. You just missed it by a teach.
A teach?
A teach. And the reality of the matter is, defenses are starting to figure out your offense. It's getting harder to manufacture offense from the sideline.
Yeah.
And your quarterback has not taken the next step. Matt Nagy, hear me out right now. I think you should give up play calling duties. I really think you should, especially if it clouds your judgment where you don't ask the kicker, where does he want the football? Right before a game-winning kick. That's it. I'm done. Is that it? Who's next? Okay.
How did that feel?
Oh, man.
I
feel 10 pounds lighter, guys.
Yeah.
I just let it off. Whew.
That was just a teach long.
Yeah, it was. It don't matter.
Is a teach a
It's
British
a teach.
measurement? Is that an honor of the London game?
Okay.
Jamal Adams, bring it in. Not too close. I got a megaphone for some reason. I want to talk to you, buddy. The Jets did you a favor this week. I understand you're upset. I understand your feelings are hurt. I think there was a miscommunication as to the Jets calling down to the... Somebody told you they were calling the Cowboys, but they were calling them back. Okay, there's a lot of phone calls going on that day. They weren't initiating the calls, but they did you a favor because they put a value on you. So now come contract time, you can knock on Joe Douglas's door whenever you feel like you want to do that, by the way. I know you're not ready for it quite yet. And say, remember me? I'm the guy that you wouldn't give up for a first-round pick and another pick on top of that. You said it's got to be a 1 and 2 2s. So pay me like that, okay? He did you a solid on that. Now, if you want to take this and use it as your little motivation to get yourself out of there, you could do that as well. But they did you a solid, so be grateful.
Good job, Easy. Good job.
Can I try?
Don't get personal in your business, Jamal.
I'm going to drop that. I don't even need that. This feels, this is really heavy. This is
good.
an
No,
actual.
it's all good. We got you.
This is, thank you, Emrab.
Come on, get on there.
Here, there are,
Hey, shoot them her lights right.
this thing actually works. There are 3 things I love in this world. French fries, the New Orleans Saints, and fantasy football. French fries are perfect. It's the other 2 that I have a problem with. New Orleans, we have a problem. Taysom Hill is the biggest fantasy vulture in the game, the most versatile weapon in the world. But in fantasy football, you can only play him at quarterback. Nobody's playing him at quarterback. But over the last 2 weeks, he has over 50 yards receiving. He's got 2 touchdowns, 1 in back-to-back weeks. Last week, he outscored both Chris Carson and George Kittle. But you can't play him at wide receiver. You can't play him at running back. Unless you're in a 2 QB league, which is stupid anyway, you're losing all of those points. If I have Michael Thomas, I need to be able to use those fantasy points and fantasy goodness. Drew Brees is looking his way, throwing his way. He's basically the wide receiver 2 in this offense. We need him to be a super flex. This is my campaign. Are you with me?
Yes,
Thank you. Taysom Hill should be a super flex. You should be a wild card. I should be able to play him at tight end, at running back, at wide receiver. Please. This was a PSA for Taysom Hill. Thank you very much. Thanks for
David Flex Tyson.
That felt really good.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Hey,
I appreciate it.
Mine is a little bit easier, a little bit simpler.
Right?
I'm gonna step up on this thing with my Cody specials on. Shout out Cody in the back. All right, guys. This is very simple, America. I'm the quarterback of America's team.
Okay.
I got the 2nd most wins since I've been in the league. Who's number 1? The great one, Tom Brady.
Really?
Who's number 3? Tied with me, I should say, not number 3.
I have no.
Russell Wilson. I'm talking to y'all. Russell Wilson, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. So, America, come on. Dallas Cowboys, you have to pay Dak Prescott. All the man does is win. You heard the song. All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Oh.
It don't matter if Zeke's in the lineup or not. Dak Prescott wins. In 3 seasons, 2 NFC East titles. Trust me, I know. He's done it to me. Personally, firsthand. Knowledge of the situation. So, with that being said, come on, Dallas. Pay the man.
When should they
pay him right now?
When? Right now they should pay him?
Right now, pay him right now. Was I not pressing the button the whole time?
No, you good. You good.
Oh, God, they're going to break it. They're going to break it. They're going to break it.
Jerry was on the radio yesterday. He said he made progress on this. So how's that for you, D-Hall?
Progress is good, but
Love
we want a
that.
deal done.
I feel like we feel so much better. Please tweet us at GMSB with your thoughts, your gripes, what you have to get off of your chest. We've got more GMSB weekend on the way. Will this be the last week of Minshew Mania?
Oh, don't tell me that. Come on, man. Don't do that, man, like that.
That's the only reason I watch Jacksonville. I hope not.
No, they paid Foles all that money. We've got Mike Garafolo with news on the Jags quarterback situation. They play the Texans in London on NFL Network, and a bunch of this weekend's matchups have already made history. If your memory is a little foggy, like you're seeing here, we've got Dave Jam.